Good afternoon, everyone. My name is James R. Henry. I'm with the MAC, Midland Advisor Chronicle, one of the local news groups, social media news groups, here with the KJSN News Group as well, with Kevin Williams from the Remember Ranchland Hills Group, Stan Smith from the Midland Street News, Nino America, Nino Rodriguez with Nino America, and of course the MAC, the Midland Advisor Chronicle. Folks, we're here this afternoon. We give a quick press release regarding recent events regarding the Midland Animal Services Department here with the city of Midland. There was some allegations came to the MAC. We received some, they weren't anonymous, but they were sworn affidavits that were alleging some serious illegal euthanasia, abortion techniques, and just some pretty things that constituted animal abuse and cruelty by the former animal service vet, Dr. Amy Lowe. Upon receiving those, we also received video proof, pictures, other evidence supporting the allegations on Dr. Lowe. So at that time, the MAC contacted the State Board of Veterinary Medical Advisors. And at that point, they initiated an investigation into Dr. Lowe regarding the allegations of animal cruelty and animal abuse. After they did their investigation, they determined that they did not have full jurisdiction over the matter, and so therefore they dismissed their investigation and referred back to us that it needed to be addressed to the local law enforcement. So we're here today to follow up on that all the evidence that was sent to the state has now been forwarded to the Midland Sheriff's Department, and the Midland Sheriff's Department will be investigating these allegations against Dr. Amy Lowe and the animal services and anybody else involved. If anybody has any questions, we can do that now. But we just want everybody to remember right now the investigation is now in the hands of law enforcement, as we were recommended by the State Board of Veterinary Medicine. We'll follow the story and keep everyone updated on anything that comes forth and any updates from the Sheriff's Department regarding this serious allegations and the serious situation affecting Midland Animal Services.
Will this be just the sheriff, or will the city police be involved?
No, this will be the Sheriff's Department. In our investigations and work, it wouldn't be ethical for the city PD to investigate a city department or organization, so therefore it was directed to the Sheriff's Department.
What's the role of Tommy Gonzalez in all this? Is there any?
Tommy Gonzalez is the city manager, and we won't know that. The MAC really doesn't have any specifics regarding the culpability of any Midland city officials, regarding the directors of certain departments, whether any managers, even elected officials. That'll all be left up to the investigation of the law enforcement. And so we will keep tuned with that to see what new developments may arrive regarding any other city officials.
Who did the vet that's no longer there report directly to?
That would have been Charles Blumenauer. He is the director, managing director of Animal Services, the Health Services, and one other City of Midland department. I'm not sure. I know he's over 3 departments, but Charles Blumenauer is the managing director of Animal Services.
And you have pictures and proof?
We have pictures, video. We also have information that these instances were reported to supervisors, and due to fear of retaliation, of course, the identities are being kept secret for 4, but it was reported to supervisors, and therefore that created another issue, and we'll just have to see how that develops as far as what level of culpability everybody has.
Will the MacPac be the place, the Facebook page to go for updates as this progresses?
Follow the KJSN Newswork, and we are not a radio station. We are a news group. And yes, follow the MacPac, follow Remember Ranchland Hills, follow the Midland Street News and Nino America and Nino Rodriguez for updates regarding this story as it develops. And we appreciate anybody. And if you want to comment, please go online and follow us and comment any messages. We can take private messages. And remember, we always strictly, protect the identity of anybody who's reporting issues and wants to bring information forward.
And for those that always ask for the proof, there is actual proof.
We've got proof. It's pretty sickening proof. It's video, it's pictures. We've actually got video of the vet performing some of these illegal abortions.
Right
no, not right now. It's in the hands of law enforcement. Now, the original press release had one picture, and it was of aborted kittens who were in a trash can who had been suffocated. The amniotic sacs had been tied off with hemostats, and therefore led to the suffocation of these aborted kittens, which by all rules and all of euthanasia and every governing body and law is highly illegal and improper and just flat sickening, to be honest.
So the sheriff's department, they will be investigating and they will be familiar with the proper practices.
Absolutely, yes. We have contacted and spoke with them, and they've given us all the information that they can, but they've assured us that they are going to put in a full investigation and make sure that all the bases are covered on this, because it is a very sensitive situation, but at the same time, there's a level of accountability that needs to be adhered to as well.
So law enforcement was informed?
Yes, law enforcement has been forwarded the issue.
Do you have any names?
No, we don't have any names at this point. We're going to leave all those comments up to the Midland County Sheriff's Department. They're in the initial stages of their investigation, so they may not even have any comments for a day or so. But we plan on following up with the investigators and the sheriff and the sheriff's department on any new developments as they arise. And as of course with any ongoing investigation, sometimes information is hard to come by just because of the nature of not divulging any kind of evidence or things that may be at hand.
And can these be considered criminal charges?
Absolutely. These could be felony criminal animal abuse and cruelty charges.
On who?
Whoever performed the procedures.
So basically, if you can just give us a quick rundown for everybody on Facebook, what is this, in just a quick summary for those jumping on now, what exactly has happened? Go ahead, Boyd.
Well, again, we had a situation, some people reached out to the MAC, and they gave us some anonymous tips regarding some alleged animal abuse and cruelty issues at Animal Services. We continued the investigation. We gave our reporters the information. They'd made some calls. We initiated an investigation with the state board, veterinary medical examiners. They did their investigation. They had to waive jurisdiction because of the nature of the vet's employment with the city and the city's responsibility of the care of the animals. And so once we got back from the state, then it gave us the necessary information we needed to proceed to pass the case and the information and evidence on to local law enforcement. And that's about where we stand right now as far as anything going on. Hopefully we'll have some more information as the story progresses.
And the vet that's involved with this, where is she now?
She's no longer working for the Midland Vet Services. It's my understanding she resigned. Not sure of the terms of that resignation or what exactly transpired of that or why. I think there were a few comments, personal issues and things, but that's something that the MAC is, we do know that she is not with Animal Services anymore.
Has she been replaced?
Not that I'm aware of. There's not been a replacement.
Are these procedures still happening?
That we don't know either. I know that a veterinarian is required for Animal Services. In the past, I know they sought out local veterinarians for the veterinary care, and I'm assuming the city may do that again now that they don't have the full-time vet, well, part-time as it was. But anyway, I'm sure the city will take care of their necessities regarding veterinary services at the clinic.
Why do you think the public needs to be informed, especially on independent news sites such as ours?
Well, it's important to know. This is important information. A lot of things you hear about, a lot of things you get forgotten about, swept under the table. But this is one that's so horrific that the public deserves to know. They need to know. They need to be outraged. These animals were illegally aborted. They were cruelly and inhumanely euthanized, and people need to be accountable. And as you can see, that we're the only ones here covering it. We sent the press release out to 41 different news agencies and groups, and as you can see, we're the only ones that are here talking today about it. And so it's going to be out there. Hopefully some of the other news agencies will pick up on the story and continue their investigative reporting as well. Any more questions? That's a wrap.
Good job, Bull.